Right, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Just going to do a short video, just a bit of an update on what I've been doing. I did say I was going to do one earlier in the week, just to let you know what I've been doing. What we did do last Wednesday, we went down to Sunnybank Quay, which I've said we've been thinking of doing. We stopped in the Lion and Swan Hotel in Congleton, and it's really virtually behind the shop. You only cross the road and down a small alleyway. We wanted to stop there so we're not rushing about, give us time to bore Rick and Neil to death with me talking at them. But lovely people, really enjoyed it. Said I would only buy the fish I want and if they were the right money. Well, I did that, and unfortunately my pond's too cold for what the fish were being kept in the shop in their pond, so I haven't got them yet. And it was one of the reasons I said I'd do an early video from last week, is just to show you that my new arrivals, well, I haven't got them, and I'm not even sure I'll get them this weekend because we do a heavy frost tonight. So for anybody who's been watching the gardening section of this, remember, if you've got potatoes in the bags above the soil, you've got to put some fleece on them tonight because they will get damaged with the frost. I believe round where I live in Sutton in Ashfield, it's going down to about 1 degree. So make sure you do that. Basically what's been happening, I think I've finished my pond. I know you've never really finished, but for now this will get me through this summer, unless I decide to do something else. And as I do, I seem to change my mind a lot. I've got to do that decking, and I've decided now I might extend my shed. So I've got myself some ballast and cement, and I'm thinking of extending my shed so I can have a grow-on tank in the shed for next year. Whether I'll actually put another pond at end of here, it's under review. It depends what happens regards me golfing and that this year. I'm not sure I'll be playing as much as I was before, having a bit of trouble with my knees. Anyway, I've got this filter in here now, and as I say, I put this pipe in there, the blue one, to run water around the pond. I actually opened the lid of the filter up the other day, put my finger over it, over the pipe, and it was overflowing over the back. So that's one of the reasons I decided to put that pipe in. I thought I were having problems with it. The pump seems to be too strong for the filter, but we've sorted that by putting that pipe in. I've also done my filter system at the other end. I was a bit concerned how I would cover my air pump and my UV up to protect them from weather. I was debating whether to put timber over it, but I wanted to keep it dry, but I needed something lightweight. So while the wife was away, she went off with the girls into 4 days golfing last weekend at a course up north, and in one of these lodges. They play silly games in these lodges at night times. I think there are about 16 of them, and they give themselves silly prizes. And here's one I ought to be sending to Vince. I think he'd love that little fella. I know he's into flamingos. He can put that on the dashboard of his car, it would look lovely. He could watch it all the way down to New Forest Quay. So what I've done with my filter system, as you can see, you saw the pipes last time. I've taken the canes out of the back. You see the astroturf there. Well, what I came up with is a bit of recycling in this again. It's something I've not used for about 10 years. We used to have a lot of barbecues, and so we had a lot of tables, and I put this one, if I can get it, lift it up, there we go. Anybody who knows about plastic patio tables, that's one of them, and I've cut it down. I've even utilised the legs, because I know if it is out there over winter, I can support the weight of the table with them legs. Obviously I've fastened it to a batten on the back. I put the AstroTurf on it to make it look a bit more decorative, but now you can see the system's working. I've not plugged the UV in yet, but the system is working. I've actually put the waste pipe, I've actually put a valve in there, because I noticed when I took the end off the waste pipe I'd got a bit of a leak. So obviously there's something slightly wrong inside there. I know as you turn this handle it flushes it, and I know there's like a little collar that goes to stop the water coming through, and I think with this being such an old pressure pump, I think that might have wore a little bit. I've obviously got my air pump there now into position. I've still got another one I can plug into there, but when it's on I get quite a good airflow through this side. I don't want to put it over the other side, because I've obviously got the water transferring from that end along the side of the pond, so it blows it round anyway. But as you can see, it should work. I'll just get the wife to move the stops so I can lower it back down. There you go. You do need two hands for that, and that seems to be the problem I've got. But it does work. It's light enough so it's not going to fall, but as I say, this AstroTurf's on just to make it look a bit better. I've checked the temperature of the pond today, and this is why I think I might not get my fish this weekend, but I am looking at an alternative. I know my son's got quite a big glass tank in his house, so if I do get them, I might have to put them in there for a couple of days, because I know the weather is going to warm up, and by next week we could be 14-16 degrees. The water temperature in here at the moment is 11. In the front pond where the little fish are, they seem to have anchored down. They've gone to the bottom, but I've tested that and that's 12 in there. I think it's because it gets a bit more sun, and with it being a blue pond, I think it warms up quicker. But I've also had a message from one of my friends. He got in touch, so to Daryl, congratulations, enjoy your retirement. He's retiring tomorrow. We started at Warburton's within about 2 weeks of one another. I was there 26 years, so he's been there about 29 now. So to Daryl, congratulations, and if you ever get into koi fishing, we can't use Gaz and Daz. There's already a couple of blokes doing that, and they're nice fellas and all. One of them's from Nottinghamshire, so can't be that bad, can it? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are following the gardening, remember it's going to be a frost tonight. Get them potatoes covered if you've got any in. The fish look fine. I think you can agree with that. I don't know why they're swimming about so much. I'm just going to pause you a minute, and then I'm going to put the air onto the pond, because really that's one of the main additions to what I've done with the pond. That and this shower unit here. But I'll just take them off there and show you how much muck I'm catching in the top of the unit. If you have a look in there, seems to be running fine. And if I try and lift it up a little bit, oh, it's a bit heavy, you can see I'm getting a good flow. So I'm happy with that. That seems to be doing a good job. So I'll just pause you for a second, and then I'll show you how much air I can get going through this pond. So there we go. I've got one pumping out underneath the shower there, so it can be pushed, the air can be pushed around with that flow. Another one here, and another one down here. I have got room for one more, so I think when the weather does warm up a bit, I don't know whether I'll move one down right down this end or put one over the other side, so I get a nice flow of water and air around the pond. But as I say, looking at that now, it looks horrible from this side, and you can appreciate why I put the AstroTurf on it, but it's lightweight, easy to handle, waterproof. It's better than putting wood on, which is going to be a hell of a thing to lift and will rot. So hopefully next week I shall be doing a video with the new arrivals. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.